Coba berani, coba.
Hello everybody, welcome to CGTN's social media pages. I'm Silkina Ahluwalia and I'm CGTN's Indonesia correspondent. Today we are going to be talking all about Indonesian coffee. We're going to explore different types of Indonesian coffee, the beans, the taste, the flavor, and we're going to show you guys what makes it unique. But I'm not going to be alone. I am going to be joined by my lovely guest, Irfan.
Hello.
Irfan, help me, who is the owner of Ahluwalia Coffee. Irfan, why don't we walk to our station here, where we're gonna show our audience the different types of coffee. Okay, you want to be this side?
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, so Irfan, you are the owner of Ahluwalia Coffee.
One of, yes.
Yes, one of the owner. And tell us a little bit about how and why you love coffee so much and why you are the founder of Ahluwalia Coffee. Which is, by the way, one of the most popular coffee shops in Indonesia.
Appreciate it. So, well, in the beginning of my junior high, my grandma asked me to buy some coffee.
Yeah.
The coffee that I know is only for sachet, right? Like a sachet, small, and then you rip instant, whatever. And then the grandma said to buy in Pasar Tanah Abang, Tanah Abang Market in Indonesia, one of the biggest traditional market in Jakarta, in Indonesia. And then here I were there in front of the shop called Toko Cemerlang, the Cemerlang store. And then I was overwhelmed by the smell coming out from the shop. And I exactly remember the dust are flying everywhere. The coffee dust, not the dirty dust.
No.
The coffee dust, and it sticks on the seller's hands and all, and they get sometimes sweaty, and then they put like this and this, and then you have a visual memory of that's the coffee, that's a fresh coffee, that's a fresh road, that's a fresh ground. And then I think unconsciously, that is my first encounter to love the coffee. But it is not, I don't have any statement yet for myself that I'm going to sell this and this is going to be my business and all. No, it's just like overwhelming, such an overwhelming experience. And then during the high school and then my programming career, 3 years in programming career, I drink coffee a lot.
Yeah, of course, you need to be awake.
Of course, and then there you go. You find some coffee there, coffee here, and then you get bored, and then you find some other origins, and you become addicted in having not just coffee, but
the options.
The options. Trying new options, trying new origins, and that's how I fell in love deeper with coffee.
And of course we have so many different types of Indonesian coffee here, and they're very unique. And of course, Ahluwalia specializes, correct me if I'm wrong, single origin coffees, right?
True.
So for people that are not aware of what single origin coffee is, can you tell us what exactly that is?
Okay, so it's quite simple. Single origin coffee means that it is sourced in a single area. You don't mix with others because in that area they have a distinctive flavor. So you don't want that distinctive flavor to be blended with others. If you blend it, it become a blend coffee, but we sell only the single origin. For example, like Bener Meriah from Aceh. It's a single origin. Of course you can smell it.
Do they smell different?
Compare with this one from Gunung Halu,
which is in
West Java. Different, right?
That smells like durian.
You like durian?
I love durian.
Okay, we have something in common then.
It smells so good.
It's like the smell of really ripe fruits. Is inside this West Java.
Okay.
Well, in Aceh, you'll get a tobacco notes, earthy notes in this Aceh.
So it's bolder.
It's bolder.
Okay.
Yeah, true. It's bolder.
All right.
So
I guess that's kind of similar to chocolate because you also have another business,
which is single origin chocolates.
Which is single origin
exactly
chocolates.
The same analogy.
Yeah, and that's how they describe like Aceh beans compared to other areas. Okay.
True.
Yeah. Continue.
So that's why in single origins, we are trying to give the information to the coffee drinker, the coffee connoisseur, that this is the real distinct flavor of Bener Meriah, for example.
Yeah.
So that the source that we get from the farmers would also get more sustainable. And how can this two become connected? Because if the drinker know where the coffee comes from,
yeah.
they would want for more, maybe if they like it, for the same taste, right? And then they know the identity. If they know the identity where the coffee comes from, then the source from the farmers directly to the roaster and then the coffee drinker would be more sustainable.
Yeah, it's almost like in each cup you want to know like the story of where your cup of coffee comes from.
Exactly, but not just the story. It's the linkage from the end consumer to the farmers. We think that is far more important. And we even more do this, that's what we call a traceable, traceability. Yeah. What we want to do is, we want to try a trackability, so the farmers would know where their coffee are being enjoyed. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So, in traceability is from you know where the coffee comes from. Yeah. The trackability is me as a farmer know where my coffee is being enjoyed.
Yeah.
Right?
I actually never thought about it that way.
Yeah. You know what? If this link, two-ways link is already developed, and then we would in a stage that we call a shared responsibility. Mm-hmm. The quality is even getting higher and higher. Yeah. Because me as a farmer, I'm quite ashamed if you don't perceive the quality of my coffee is good.
Yeah.
And the end consumer already know that it's come from my origin. So me, as being a farmer, I would act more responsibly compared to the previous era where you don't know where the coffee comes from.
Exactly, and where your beans are going. Yeah. But it's like if you know where it's going, that you want to preserve that quality.
Exactly.
Okay, so in your opinion, what makes Indonesian coffee so unique? I mean, coffee is everywhere.
Well, based on one fact.
Yeah. I can tell you're so passionate. You're like, I'm going to tell you.
The first fact is Indonesia has the most single origin compared to any other country.
Yeah.
Can you imagine in Aceh alone, you'll get like more than 100 coffee samples.
Wow.
During the harvesting period.
Yeah, Aceh coffee is actually my favorite.
Yeah. Aceh alone 100, right?
Yeah.
But in Java, there is West Java, Central Java, East Java.
Yeah.
In East Java, you have like 20 more of origins.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I mean, we are in archipelago, so there are so many mountains and so many different soil nutritions that gives distinctive flavors.
There are a lot of options.
Yeah,
basically.
a lot of options. So, yeah.
Okay, so are we gonna be making some coffee? Can we?
Okay. Okay. I think it's. I have to ask for the ground.
Yeah, we can ask. Also, the reason why we're doing this and we're showcasing Indonesian coffee is because the China International Import Expo is coming up soon, the first week of November, and Indonesia is one of the guest of honor countries, and coffee is actually one of the most important products that will be showcased during that event. So we want to tell you guys why Indonesian coffee is gaining, fast popularity, and also how local brands in Indonesia and also all the other countries that are participating, how they're going to benefit from this expo, which will essentially expose a lot of their products to the international market, and especially the Chinese market. We also know that in China, coffee is gaining popularity.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it wasn't always everybody's daily routine there. I guess they were more tea drinkers. But I was reading that a lot of young Chinese people, they go abroad, and how coffee is perceived as like the thing that you have to drink when you wake up in the morning, and so that habit kind of shifted?
You know what? I think that why the coffee is become viral because you have that small guilt if you don't know anything about coffee.
Yeah.
Now the trend is like that. I mean, the millennials generation is like, if you don't know anything a bit about coffee, you don't.
Like, who are you?
Like really, you don't know anything about coffee?
Yeah. Do you not know anything about where these beans come from?
And the
Where
story
they're
has
sourced?
become it's become more important now compared to.
Yeah. Okay, so we are reading some of your comments on Facebook. So if you want to leave some comments, just let us know. We got one question that this is Anomaly Coffee. Thank you for saying, somebody said, is that Anomaly Coffee? I like that place.
Ah, thank you. Hi.
Thank you for watching and also thank you for supporting Anomaly Coffee. So we are going to be making some of these coffee beans so we can show you what they look like after they're made. So I don't know, like you're obviously a coffee connoisseur. I don't know what's happening here in front of us and what are these things?
Okay.
A filter.
Yep. So we're gonna brew some drip coffee.
Yeah.
So my friend is still grinding the coffee, and
No
this is
worries.
the paper filter.
Yeah.
Thank you, Unita.
Yeah.
This is the paper filter.
Yeah.
So basically, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pour the hot water just to rinse the smell of the paper.
Yeah.
And then I will get rid of the water.
Okay.
And then I will start to brew the coffee, and then I will explain you step by step how to brew this properly.
Yes. So now that you are basically really passionate about coffee, when you drink a cup of coffee, do you know exactly where it comes from? Like, are you that good?
It doesn't necessarily to be like that. I mean, any coffee expert, I mean, it doesn't necessarily, okay, this is a blind...
You're not a wizard.
Yeah, it is not like you have to guess, but it is, you need, as a coffee, I don't like to say the coffee expert, as you are in the coffee business, you have to know how to score the coffee, how to quantify the quality of the coffee, because coffee is such a really subjective. You may like the coffee from Aceh, I may not like the coffee from Aceh. You may score like 8, but I would score like 6.
Yeah.
But we are in a world that, hey, we need to score a proper score for the farmers.
Yeah.
So the farmer would know whether they already produce a good quality of coffee or not. So that's why we as Anomaly Coffee, we have by now 9% of Q grader certified, which means that 9% in Anomaly Coffee is internationally certified to score the coffee.
Oh.
So it doesn't necessarily to cup blindly and then you know this is from Aceh, this is from Java. No.
Yeah.
Because the different post-harvesting will result a different type of cup characteristics.
Yeah.
So it needs to a good coffee person. You really need to know how much the body is inside the coffee.
Yeah.
The body is like the thickness, how much the acidity is inside this coffee, and so on and so on. Okay, now I'm gonna brew.
Okay. And so while we are talking about the CIIE, which is this expo that's happening on the first week of November, how do you think expos like that can help local brands and also kind of get Indonesian coffee to, I guess, reach the global stage? Do you think expos like that, like regular expos like that, is it important for local brands?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's really important. I mean, it's not just helping to linkage the business. It's helping the community.
Yeah.
It's really helping the community. I mean, I have a friend of a friend of a friend who would enter the coffee industry, but they don't have any confidence enough to enter the coffee. I mean, through the seminar, they would know.
Yeah.
It's like a domino effect,
Yeah.
They would come to the event and
You meet people.
You meet people there and everything. I mean, it's just leveraging the coffee business a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you don't only meet buyers, but you meet people that are just like you as well.
Yeah.
You can, wow, I can smell it.
Now I'm distributing the coffees.
So what is this device called? I'm sorry,
It's a drip coffee. Actually, it's quite simple. It's a drip coffee set.
Okay.
And then the first stage I'm gonna do is to pour a bit of water.
Yeah. Cold water.
No, hot water. Just to let the coffee let go all the excess CO2, the carbon dioxides.
Okay.
It's the byproduct of the roasting.
Okay.
So this stage is called the blooming or the pre-infusion. Now you can really smell.
It smells really, I don't know if it's the right word, but it smells like acidic.
Okay. Yeah. Acidity, you want acidity inside your coffee now. It's Arabica, and it's a good Arabica, you'll get acidity there.
Yeah.
You see the blooming?
Yes.
It starts to give, this is the excess of CO2 because of the roasting process.
Yeah.
If we don't let the CO2 go, then the coffee is not ready to be extracted.
Yeah.
Because once the water gets into the coffee, the CO2 is still there.
Yeah.
And then it slips through without extracting any coffee solids, just go in to the bottom of the cup.
It smells so good. So do you think that, I mean, when we talk about coffee being a trend or, you know, a lifestyle, do you think that millennials really are the only ones that are driving this trend? I'm a millennial.
I hope so too. But I think I'm not. I don't know.
No.
So, but not really.
It has always been a part of everyone's morning, I guess.
Yeah, it's a part of ritual. I mean, the case with millennials, I think they have now more confidence with their identity. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They really want to know who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who they were and who they are.
Yeah, kind of like everybody's looking to find themselves nowadays.
Yeah. I think it's also the same analogy with coffee.
Yeah.
Well, the coffee, they need to be known. Yeah, the origins and the story, right?
Yeah.
I mean, exactly the same with analogy with the millennials generation. I don't know whether it is a coincidence or not, but it's something that they're really proud of. Hey, this is Indonesian coffee. I'm Indonesian, and I can tell something about my country in this way. And it is not like an heroic type of historical story. It is now. The story is about our commodity, and I can enjoy the commodity. And all of the parameters that I said is just making it really strong and closer to the millennials.
Yeah, and with Indonesia, especially, when did you see this coffee trend start to really boom?
When?
Yeah. How many years ago would you say?
I started to feel it's booming around 2010, 2011. Yeah, when there's significantly more roasters, more cafes. I don't know if when is Tuku established. I don't know. No. And there is some other competitors of Anomaly in 2013, and it's getting more and more.
And I think it could also be because of social media. Obviously, everybody's on social media now, and people are taking photos of their food and their drinks, and it's like you see that. And there's this word, I guess, when you see a lot of things on social media, and that's the fear of missing out, and you don't want to be that person that misses out. So you're like, I need to be there, and I need to try this coffee, and I need to try this, and I need to try that. So I guess that's one of the reasons.
But one problem that social media cannot solve is the smell.
Yeah, like you guys cannot smell this.
You guys cannot smell, right?
It
smells so good. Yeah, that's why you have to drink it.
Yeah, we need another 30 years for that type of lens to be like, can you smell?
Yeah, printing smells or sending smells and aromas.
3D smells, exactly. Virtual smell. Yeah, but it's really cool to see also like how a lot of young Indonesians are getting very patriotic. They are very proud of their country and what Indonesia can produce, I guess. Me included. So you also have an Indonesian Coffee Academy.
Yes.
Right? So tell us a little bit about that. And does that mean you train baristas? Okay.
So in Indonesia Coffee Academy, we are trying to detach from anomaly. That's one thing that is really important. It is not necessarily has to be all about anomaly. So it has to be general. So we invite people from maybe a lot of our competitors also join the course in Indonesian Coffee Academy. I cannot say the company, but we try to build a fair module so that the people who interested in to enter the coffee business or they are employees needed to learn about some barista skills, they have a proper knowledge, the proper approach of knowledge. They have the compass, I mean, where to learn and what to learn and all. So that's what really Indonesia Coffee Academy is all about. The modules are developed starting from the green bean actually. So we have the module about post-harvesting, harvesting, seeding in a coffee tree, in a coffee plantation, and roasting. Barista skills, including basic barista, how to extract espresso, cappuccinos, and also advanced espresso, how to, how do you say, make a different approach and gives the distinctive of your single origin or whatever blend you have for making an espresso.
It's an art, basically.
It's an art, it's an advanced espresso class. And all the way to coffee tasting and cupping.
Okay,
we have the modules.
So we're getting a lot of questions on Facebook, and people are, I guess a lot of people are just tuning in now. So if you're tuning in, we're talking about Indonesian coffee, and somebody's asking, why is Indonesian coffee unique? What makes it different? And this guy really wants to know. He's
but
like, why is it unique? We'll answer your question. Why is it unique? He's really asking us.
Okay, we'll add now. 15 minutes later. Some curiosity is building. So I think
your questions coming.
Can I answer? Well, fairly speaking, it is not Indonesian coffee unique. But every origin is unique. So even African coffee could be unique. South America coffee could be unique. But the Indonesian coffee, if the farmers are handling the coffee tree and harvesting only ripe coffee cherry and post-harvest the whole coffee cherry properly, that what makes the uniqueness becomes really enjoyable. So that's what really important. So if the farmers don't take care of the whole process from taking care of the coffee plantation to the post-harvesting and drying, you don't get any uniqueness. So it is a real handmade product. So sometimes people are not consider coffee as a coffee fruit, as a fruits. But it is a fruit. You have to harvest when it ripes.
Okay, so that question came from Prithviraj. Hope we answered your question. Many people are commenting that coffee is their life. It is.
The smells good but bitter,
and
without
somebody's
sugar.
also asking, is that how you make coffee in Indonesia? I guess not. You can make coffee like this anywhere. This is called this is just one of the ways to make coffee.
To make a manual brew.
You said this
you
is
want to
called
drink it?
Drip coffee. Yeah, of course. I guess this is popular in places like Vietnam too. They have like the drip coffee.
The drip is different method.
Okay, it's different method. See, I don't know anything.
Well, it's not just the method. I mean, Turkish coffee, for example, some people...
They make it in the sand. Is that...
the hot sand. But that's not only the trick. The trick is you roast really, really light. But what I've seen is people are not Turkish, but trying to make a Turkish coffee, they roast it dark, and they boiled it, and it becomes too bitter. But if you come to a proper Turkish coffee shop in Turkey, for example, they roast it really light, just like this color, just really brown, not dark. And then they do the boiling, the water will boil with the coffee ground, and the coffee ground is really, really fine. It's almost like to make makeups. I mean, really fine.
Oh my gosh!
Really
that's
like powdery,
really fine.
powdery coffee ground.
We actually also know that like the export of green coffee beans are getting more popular in China, which means that there are roasters over there now. Because before it was just like instant, ready-made, but now it's like the demand for coffee beans are increasing.
You know what? So, even they have the coffee plantation now in China. So they already forecast the future of the coffee industry, which means that the demand is always increasing. So the worldwide demand is increasing. There are two data. They're saying one is the 4% growth year on year, and the second data is 8% year on year. But interestingly, on the first survey, Indonesia we got a score like growth for 2%. 2% worldwide. Worldwide, and Indonesia 4%. So twice. So the second survey for 4% worldwide, but Indonesia 8%. So both survey they gave us different numbers, but they gave us the same multiplication. The Indonesia demand is twice the fast of the world. I don't know the numbers about China yet. I don't get the data yet. But Starbucks is going there strongly. Coffee plantation is there. So
and I mean, it kind of
they're
makes
preparing.
sense. It makes sense also because China has winter seasons. I mean, everybody would want to drink a hot cup of coffee during winter. Okay, I'm gonna try this. By the way, somebody just asked, how can they make good coffee? Well, like this. But Irfan is going to answer.
There is a simple rule.
How do you make good coffee at home? I guess maybe.
Well, make sure that the coffee is fresh roasted. And make sure that the coffee is freshly ground. Because usually you ask the coffee shop or coffee store, whatever it is, to ground the coffee, and then you bring it home. It's not really good. It's really wrong.
So you want to get the beans, and then you want to
ground it. Even manually, or you smash it on the table is better.
With a rolling pin.
It's better compared to it is already pre-ground. You know, 15 minutes makes a huge difference. 15 minutes. You're letting the coffee ground sits for 15 minutes gives you significant difference of aroma, tactile, the body, the acidity, and so on. So with how you make, you can browse on YouTube and whatever.
It kind of depends on what you like and also what you have as well. Okay, so I have a confession to make. I love, I know you're already like, I don't want to know what you're going to say, but I love fresh coffee. Okay, I have a French press. I love it. You know, I also try to like ground my own coffee and stuff.
That's good.
But I must say, in the past year, with like these coffee pods that have come out, it's just so easy. Like I have like this machine where you just buy the pod. It doesn't taste the same though. I mean, of course, it doesn't taste like this. Like this tastes fresh and good. But those things are just like pop a pod, press a button. It's
well, I cannot see it as a problem. You know what? Because you said it is different. I mean, every market has their own answer. If you want convenient, then you'll get the coffee pot. But if you want to drink a true smell, true taste of coffee, then you get this option.
So it's again, different. It depends.
If you say that I cannot differentiate between the coffee pot and the fresh roasted and fresh ground coffee, that is a big problem.
It's like, what have you been drinking, and where did you get your freshly ground coffee from? Oh my God, I know this does not taste the same at all. I mean, this tastes fresh.
Thank God.
It tastes so good. So personally, what is your favorite single origin coffee if you were to pick? Like,
for now,
why?
The one that you drink is my favorite one.
And where's this from?
West Java. Gunung Halu. Gunung is mountain Halu. The mountain of Halu. This one. This one we a bit special treatment because we set the post harvesting to the plantation. And this is, by the way, the new trend for roasters. So roasters in a near future, they really want to get their hand in the coffee plantation. Not planting coffee for sure, but to take care of the post-harvesting the way that we do here for Gunung Halu. And we're gonna copy the activities to Toraja, Sumatra, and all, not all, but some of the origins that we think that is potential.
I actually went to Flores earlier this year and I tried their coffee, and I mean, I love their coffee. Their coffee tastes so good. Like I think I took a sip and I was like, I need everybody to try this. And I actually have a friend who lives in Sweden, and she also had like a life-changing experience when she tried like florist coffee, which just, I don't know what about it. It was just so good. And she brought like a whole bunch, and she said it's sold out like in minutes. So that's
not many coffee from florists.
Yeah, and it's like, it kind of proves that the demand for coffee everywhere is huge, and like people are like want to try all these different. But also, I think, like you said, sustainable farming is really big now, and people want to know that their coffee beans are coming from sustainable farms, because
the welfare, the environment. I mean, it has to be the social,
fair trade, like all those things are like really huge now. Okay, so we are still taking some of your questions if you guys have questions. If not, then you guys can tell us how much you love coffee. We're reading the comments. But otherwise, I think that's it. Thank you so much for making me a cup of coffee.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
thank you so much for
always
coming.
Fun to talk to Irfan, because he's very passionate about
Appreciate it.
coffee and chocolate as well. So maybe
Next time,
we'll meet you next time for chocolate, because Indonesian chocolate is so good, and we also want people to know about
definitely, you have to
Indonesian
know.
chocolates. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and you can keep leaving your comments and your questions down below, and I hope you guys can enjoy coffee as good as this at home, or you should come to Anomali. If you come to Jakarta or Bali,
or
Makassar, they're everywhere. Come to Anomali. Thank you, Irfan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. I'll see you next
Bye.
time.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.